The Canucks are in Sunrise, Florida today to face the hometown Panthers. And one of the interesting stories, of course, when you play Roberto Luongo is goaltending. Well, isn't it interesting that the Canucks' Ryan Miller has had 2 straight shutouts? Jason Botchford is in Sunrise. Jason, break down the game for us.
It's the rematch tonight. Roberto Luongo v. the Canucks. Roberto Luongo v. Ryan Miller. There's lots of underlying stories here once we get beyond the big spotlight tale between the 2 big goalies. And you can start with Zach Kassian, who it seems is getting back into the lineup. That's the way it looks right now with Brad Richardson still, as Willie Desjardins said it, looking pretty sore. For Kassian, it's a chance again to prove he's the big power forward that the Canucks need him to be for him to stay in the lineup. I've seen a lot of guys over the years been in his position in Vancouver, kind of the odd man out, the guy who is perceived to have been treated unfairly by management and the coaching staff. I don't think I've seen anyone deal with it as poorly as Kassian has. He's had a pretty bad attitude, certainly when he's been talking to the media. And I don't think it's helping him. I don't think it's doing him any favors. I think he's got to go out there, get some production, get some hits. That's what the team wants him to do. The Canucks have been scoring, obviously, a ton of goals lately over the past couple of games against Philadelphia and Carolina. They put up 7, but they face far better competition this week. The Florida Panthers, a remarkable turnaround from last year when they had the 2nd worst record in the NHL. This is actually a pretty good team. They're out of the top 8 right now, but I expect them to be in the race the whole way. They're a top 10 Corsi team. They've been that way almost the entire year. Obviously, we all know about Luongo and the year he's having, but the real story for the Panthers is Aaron Ekblad, the 18-year-old rookie defenseman who has 25 points and is on pace to break Bobby Orr's mark as an 18-year-old when he had 41 points. That would give Ekblad the 2nd best of all time among 18-year-old defensemen. Here's the real kicker for people in Vancouver. Florida ended up winning the draft lottery to get that pick. They had the 2nd worst overall record. That would have been the Edmonton Oilers spot, but the Edmonton Oilers beat the Vancouver Canucks in the last game of the season last year, 5-2. So really, John Tortorella, you could say, is the reason that Eric Ekblad right now is in Florida and not Edmonton.